it. And they are starting Roy Ike.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we are expecting. I do think that Roy gives Ike a little bit more trouble due to his natural speed and oppression.
The speed's a big deal. Ike has a hard time getting moves out quick enough, and Roy does not. So, and you can see it clearly. Roy's just starting out here with a quick 51% on Ike.
Yeah, and what you want to look for is how Dusk extends his advantage. But if Tope keeps getting these kind of grab combos, then it's a very quick way to rack up percent with very few hits.
Yeah, and the thing is, both these characters have counters, and some of these Fire Emblem characters do have a hard time dealing with recovering versus the counter. Ike can be in that situation, so that's going to be something that Dusk is going to want to look out for, expending Ike's resources, putting him off stage. They're just trying to get that counter on that B.
Yeah, but one thing that we just saw was Tope using the quick draw to try and recover so he can beat that type of counter or blazer. But the use of Aether is so aggressive. You know, that move got a nice little buff. It's now a kill move.
Yeah, post buff, I love Aether. Like, post buff, that move is like so crazy. It's got tons of armor. You can beat out stuff when you see it. And, you know, against slower attacks or badly spaced attacks, it is a decent out of shield option.
But in the same breath, you have to give Ike the respect that he deserves. He hits like a dump truck.
Yeah.
You know, Ike is a very strong character, but
that dash attack will do it too. That dash attack will kill a lot of characters. If you're at the edge and you get hit by that, it's about 100, 110. Most characters, you can see yourself possibly dying to that.
Yeah, but one thing that I will say is that Dusk is doing a very good job of controlling the center stage and capitalizing on these stray hits. For instance, using that F tilt to take out Tope, but what we need to see is how he can get out of this corner situation and keep driving damage like he is right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, and you see one thing Tope can do is use those high recoveries at the quick draw to kind of sort of, you know, get past that ledge situation completely. Oh, that aggressive. I like that aggressive up B there. But he did take a bit of damage for it.
Yeah, but it does come at a cost, you know. What we're seeing right now is Dusk is just doing such a good job commanding neutral and forcing Tope to approach, whether it's via a grounded option or a jump. Dusk is preemptively striking at that heart. You know, he's on Yomi level 2 while we might be on level 1 for the start of this game.
Yeah, but this match, really even right now, actually. Both these characters, although they're both kind of powerful characters with swords, one notably faster than the other, but the pace here is kind of even regardless.
But you have to remember, like, the kill power, it goes both ways. Ike, devastating swings. When he lands and connects those hits, the F tilt, his up tilt, the connection off of down tilt to back air, there are infinite ways for Ike to punish you.
Yeah. And now Tope trying to find his way back, trying to get off this ledge versus Roy, and does manage to get an aggressive up air, but lands back off stage. I mean, it's hard, man. Ike is slow, and he has you know, that slower airspeed sometimes. It makes it hard to get off that.
You know, and what we see right now is that Dusk has just been doing such a good job of forcing Tope to not necessarily mix up his recovery, but hastily decide a ledge option. You know, it's circa like playing a Belmont where you're fighting them. You have to make a rash decision and hope that it's right. Dusk is doing such a good job by just this imposing presence at the ledge.
And Roy's good at that because not only is he strong, but also it's the speed, man. Like, the speed, when he gets in your face, it really makes you feel like you have to press an action or a reaction.
That could have been the end of Tope with that jab back air conversion. But again, we have to worry about Ike, the dash attack, the tilt attacks. But Dusk in the corner, I don't know how he's going to
Tope putting him on stage. How is he going to capitalize? Tries to get that reverse up air with the mix-up timing. Doesn't really do it. And Roy sneaks back on. Oh!
Okay.
I like that.
So game 1 goes to Tope.
Yeah, Tope going off stage with that forward air, and that was pretty good because Roy was in a really rough situation, right? When he's at that height specifically, it's kind of hard. Yeah. When he's in that situation specifically, it can be a little difficult, you know, for him to do anything. He's kind of forced to go low.
Yeah. And also, you have to think about this in terms of matchup spread. Most Game & Watch mates, yourself included, would say that playing
Heard that, myself included. People know, man. My Game & Watch, I be doing work sometimes. Go ahead.
You know, I would think that Ike is not one of your fun matchups. You know, big sword, disjointed, just ruins what Game & Watch wants to do holistically from a plan level.
It's the range and the weight and the power of the hits. It seems like whenever Ike hits you, it's really devastating.
It's not just one hit. It feels like he got punched twice.
Yeah, exactly. So you really, if you're going to be using Game & Watch versus Ike, you really got to up your pace a little bit and make sure you capitalize.
So we're running it back, Smiley. What are we going to see from this type of mentality from Dusk?
So I think what Dusk is probably going to do, number one, is most of the last match was good, but he's going to have to pay a little bit more attention when he's recovering. He might need to quickly get back to the ledge, and he also needs to make sure he doesn't get put off stage with no resources, because Roy does have an explodable recovery in those situations.
Yeah, and one thing that we will say is that Ike has just been doing such a good job landing a solid hit, and then once he does land that hit, you kind of have to think about how you're getting out, because if Ike is able to predict where you are, you end up in a situation where Dusk is right now.
Yeah, I mean, Dusk looking all right there.
Reversal.
Manages to catch Ike doing that high recovery. Now, if you're going to do that high, and Tope answering right back. But here's the thing: if you're Ike and you're going to be doing that high recovery, you got to wait. Hold on, I'm seeing some parries here, and I just want to slow down for a moment because we might see something really beautiful come out the way these guys are playing right now.
I mean, Dusk has definitely turned up the tempo right now. The way he's playing overall is much more aggressive and in his face, and making sure Tope can't choose an option without thinking about the negative. Like right there, you can't quick draw to let an unfortunate use of the eruption.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to do that. It happens sometimes. It gets the best of us. But let's see how Tope responds, and if he can keep his composure up. This is not good.
No, and you know, we've talked about this in the past, where we see momentum is huge for these types of players. So I want to see that if Dusk keeps this momentum up, that where does Tope take him after this?
I mean, Tope's going to want. I mean, it's rough, right? Like the small stages kind of hurt because. Wait. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
And good use of the counter by Dusk.
Yeah. I mean, even if it didn't hit, like he had the right state of mind there. It's just Ike wasn't close enough to recover, and that's the thing. Ike's up B has very little horizontal range, so you're going to be seeing stuff like that a lot. But as far as stages that Tope's going to want, I mean, it really can be a mixed bag. You can't really go wrong with a stage like Battlefield.
Well, we are running it back again from what I saw. So what we can expect is I think Tope is going to definitely try to dictate tempo a little bit more. So let's see how Tope either uses a passive play style or calling out Dusk jumps.
Yeah. I like right now how he's using this platform. That's kind of why I wanted to see him on Battlefield, but he's still able to do something similar on small Battlefield to a smaller degree. Use the platform height to get these timing mix-ups on his aerials, use those up airs. He can do it from either direction, and stuff like that is going to make it hard for Dusk to defend himself.
Yeah, and again, Tope just racks up so much damage, and now any straight hit from Ike is essentially a death sentence. But Tope cannot miss these ethers in neutral. I feel like it's a very laggy move, and look at Dusk right now. One conversion leads to a quick 60%.
Yeah, I mean, oh wait, is this it? Yeah, that move's strong. It will kill very reliably. Like once you're at that percent, that 110, 120th%, you really got to be careful just jumping on Ike's shield any old way. If you do it right and space your stuff right, you'll be safe. But if you don't, you might see yourself dying to Aether.
Yeah, and what we can see right now, what I'm trying to understand is Tope looking to try and punish his aggression coming in with the Aether to get him off.
One thing I can see Tope doing immediately right here is he's taking an approach where he's kind of like jumping up and meeting Roy with these anti-airs. Now normally that wouldn't work, right? Because Roy's attacks come out faster than Ike. But here's the thing, Ike has the range over Roy, and Roy's kind of forced to be a little bit closer if he wants to land that sweet spot.
Yeah.
So Ike can pull back.
Yeah, and one thing that we do need to see is that Ike can just use this long disjoint. In a sword versus sword fight, you know, it's kind of a measuring contest where, good lord, the power from Ike.
And that down tilt, oh yeah, that was a great sequence from Tope there. Using the down tilt, which is a safe option to punish someone on the ledge, and then capitalizing with that reverse Aether.
Yeah, again, good idea from Dusk trying to call out these landing options from the quick draw. But again, Tope is just such a commanding position right now, living at 156.
Still hanging on with all that rage.
But now it's gone. Commentator's curse.
Hey man, I do that a lot, man. I'm sorry, but these guys are gonna have to play through my curses because regardless, you still got another match to catch. Oh, that was.
Pop off from Tope.
Yeah, man. Wow. I mean, like, I would pop off too. That was kind of crazy. Like, that was a great forward smash. That move is hard to land, especially sometimes on a character as fast as Roy. But
yeah, and one thing that we can definitely take a look at is how